Welcome to the Concert Festival concert. Okay, this concert is a unique concert. It's not a typical like super formal, like everything is 100% prepared, ready to go. This concert is more like a dress rehearsal for a concert that's going to take place next week. Next Wednesday, all three bands, okay, so all the and assorted percussionists. So if you're here today and your child is involved, we'll be going to Collins High School in Shelbyville to perform for our state assessment. Now the state assessment, they used to call it Concert Festival. And so I still kind of refer to it as Concert Festival, but it's not really a festival. Festival implies that it's fun. You get like a carnival. But this is assessment. This is when we go and three judges sit in the auditorium and they give us a rating. And then we go into another room and we sight read a piece of music we've never seen before and we get another rating. And so that score, and you get a 1, 2, 3, or 4, so distinguished, proficient, novice, apprentice, terminology that we use all across our state assessments. Now, with that being said, it used to be that those assessments were just for band directors, and they publish them every year, and you're like, ooh, somebody got a 1, ooh, somebody got a 2. But now those assessments, since the program review started, those assessments actually count into our school accountability index. So which is great. I think it's a wonderful thing because now what we do as an art has more weight, it has more merit because it does tie into the overall school district score of their program review and how they support the arts and the achievements in the arts and things like that. So it's a wonderful thing, but it makes it kind of high pressure for the kids and for myself. And this year more than any other year, it's been a little crazy getting ready for this concert. And so what we'll hear tonight is a lot of really, really good stuff that's still about a week out. You're going to hear a lot of just excellent playing that still just needs a little more polish to it. And that's what this is for. This is for us to get the music out in front of a live audience, to get it recorded, to kind of go back and dissect it and see what we need to work on, and then to have 3 or 4 more rehearsals before we do it for real. Now, with that being said, this concert happens at the busiest time I've ever had in this profession. In 10 years of doing this, I've never, as a program, been busier than we are right now. And so I would be remiss if I didn't draw attention to how hard these kids have worked. It is unbelievable. They missed 12 days of school. That's 2.5 weeks. That's 12 hours of concert preparation. That's a ton of time. That's almost 25% of our time is gone. And then you add in things that we can't control. Like, for instance, this festival concert was supposed to happen on April 24th. But as you know, the musical is that weekend. So I looked and I said, okay, what other festivals can we go to? And the only other festivals that would work were next week, next Wednesday, next Thursday, or on our spring break. So I was like, okay, sweet. Well, we lost a month of rehearsal then, awesome. And now we lost 2.5 weeks because of snow, awesomer. And this is a great thing, but then our basketball team threw down for a while, and that was really cool. You know, it's part of our job and part of our responsibility as a band program to support our athletic department. And they do a wonderful job by supporting us because we run their concessions and some other things. So we want to be there for them. But what that means is that the kids that you see on the stage have played, I don't know, 7 games out of the last 10 school days, most of which an hour or more away at another school. And they're volunteering to do this while our 2 winter guards are wrapping up their season, so they're at the pinnacle of their rehearsals. Our winter percussion is competing on a national level along with our varsity winter guard and doing very, very well. And their seasons are going crazy. The jazz band's rolling, it's AP testing. They got the ACT prep coming up. We got kids in torch prep, tracks going, FFAs going. Our kids are being pulled 10,000 different ways, and yet they still find time to do this. And it's incredible. I've never had a group of kids that have handled this much without complaining about it. It was just like chugging on through. Like, I would be lying if I told you they were excited about how busy they are. Yes, I get no sleep this sweet. No, they're not that. But they're not negative about it either. They show up, they do their job. And the greatest example was last night. We were scheduled to get home at 11. Game was supposed to start at 8 o'clock at Rupp. 8:45 is going by. 9 o'clock, tip off. So I got home at my house at 1:15. Okay? We were right back here again at 7 a.m. and the kids don't really complain about it. And it's a testament to how much they understand about the situation, how important Concert Festival is, and how serious they take the preparation. Because all 3 bands are playing ridiculous literature for their levels. The concert band is playing harder literature than they did last year. Symphony band's playing harder literature than last year. And the wind ensemble is playing harder literature than I've ever conducted before. So it's just really impressive that they were, even with all the different things they had to do, that they are still throwing down and doing, working so hard. So they deserve a round of applause, every single kid. so now we have the symphonic band. This is our first of 2 audition ensembles that meet every day. This is our second ensemble. They're going to play 3 pieces for you. The first one is the march, and that'll be conducted by Mr. Fitzpatrick again. And then they'll be doing James Barnes' arrangement of Kentucky Home. And then the last piece is a fast, lots of notes kind of piece called Wild Dance. Hope you enjoy the symphonic band. Thank you. so they have one piece left. Before we play that, I want to draw attention to a very important individual, okay, that this is not possible without. And you don't see all of our ensembles on this concert. This is just the 3 bands with percussion helpers, and they meet in separate classes, and they have 2 percussion ensembles, and they have, our extracurricular winter percussion ensemble that's doing a phenomenal job right now in every contest they go to. But all of that is run by one of my favorite people on planet Earth, and I would be remiss if we went one concert without recognizing his contributions and just how well prepared the percussionists are, and how on top of everything, and all the equipment and all the kids that he organizes, and all the parts he assigns, and the amount of music that he keeps track of. It's really, really impressive. So I want to give a quick round of applause to Mr. Dean Murata. None of this would be possible without that man. So we're very, very grateful to have him. And our last piece, like I said, is a fast piece, lots of notes, called Wild Dance. Hope you enjoy it. that was the Gumsuckers March, which is a piece by Granger, and Gumsuckers was a slang term for someone from the Victoria State in Australia. Granger was from Australia, and they had the eucalyptus trees, and so in the summer you would suck on the leaves of the eucalyptus tree, and the nickname for the eucalyptus tree is the gum tree. So when you suck on the leaves of the eucalyptus tree just to cool off, you're a gumsucker. So that's where that phrase comes from, and it's just a bunch of made-up folk melodies. So it sounds like he used like traditional Australian melodies in that. He didn't. He made all those up, and then he called them Australian folk melodies, which is kind of fun. And then a lot of those melodies were in other pieces that he wrote. So like people were like, I know that melody. It must be a traditional melody. It's not. He made it up completely. And he was a pianist, so that's why a lot of his marches and things have a pretty substantial piano part. And Samson Zakate, where Samson must disappear, he just did an outstanding job. So that's Samson down there. We'll give Samson a round of applause. And this next piece was arranged by one of the most famous wind band composers of all time, Alfred Reed. But the name Nimrod in our society, it has a different connotation than what it was actually intended to have. We think of a Nimrod as an idiot, you know, like don't be a nincompoop, don't be a Nimrod. And what that actually came from, believe it or not, Looney Tunes, the Elmer Fudd, they called him Nimrod, and Nimrod meant hunter. And Elmer Fudd was a hunter, but when my generation and a lot of the generations grew up hearing Nimrod associated with Elmer Fudd, so we thought it meant idiot. So thank you, Looney Tunes, for destroying Nimrod in the Elgar variation, Enigma variation. So that's where that term came from. So this is one of many movements of the Enigma variations, and this is just a gorgeous piece of music. It was originally an orchestral work that Alfred Reed transcribed for a band, and this is Mr. Fitzpatrick will conduct Nimrod. The last piece we're going to play is new. It was written a few years ago by a gentleman named Ryan George, who is from Texas. He writes a lot of drum corps music, march band music, and wind ensemble music, and this was premiered at the Midwest band clinic by Round Rock High School, which if you know anything about the Board of Band, they're pretty good. And so this piece is extremely difficult. It's very exposed. It's written for a wind ensemble kind of instrumentation, which is what we have, like, so not a lot of doubling. It's a lot of very exposed playing, and it has a ton of notes in it, and it's just really difficult. So it's supposed to depict the composer's daughters playing in their backyard, and fireflies were around. It was like an early summer kind of night, and fireflies all over. It has a very ethereal sound to it. So he was trying to capture that in this piece. So this is Firefly by Rhyme to
Thank you.